It's also one of the cities with the most crime.
Why? Is it because of Turks?
With one room can set you up like 4 million. And actually not a lot of people know about it.
O dambalı bağladın mı? Yine tabii spor salonu kardeşliği için.
I took everything.
So is this a nightclub behind him? Turk is more handsome.
Günaydın. Şuna bak, tam geri yatmalık.
Yine Güney'e indim. Lund'dayım. Güney antrenmanına başlayacağım. Yoğun bir gün olacak büyük ihtimalle. Burada da kendi habitatımı buldum. Biraz küçük, çok fazla çeşit yok. Ama en azından sadece ben varım. Biraz erken olduğu için de olabilir. Antrenmanından biraz görüntüler almak istedim. Hem de biraz fizik kontrol yapmış oluruz herhalde. Şimdi biraz ısınacağım. Aslında şu an spor salonu tamamen bomboş olduğu için tişörtümü de çıkarabilirim. Benim favori sırt antrenmanlarımdan biri bu. Şu an biraz yaratıcı olup bu dambalı bağladım buna. Şu an işe yarıyor. Hadi bakalım. Güzel çalıştırıyor. Tabii doğru formda yapmak önemli. Umarım doğrudur. Biraz tabii yaratıcı olmam lazım bugün. Çünkü yaptığım hareketlerin birçoğu burada yok. Bakalım nasıl olacak. Tabii yaratıcı olursanız rahatlıkla her yerinizi çalıştırabilirsiniz. Hadi şimdi devam. Aslında şu an spor salonunda kimse olmadığı için tişörtümü çıkarabilirim. Yine tabii spor salonu kardeşliği için. Başka hiçbir şey için değil. Hem de bu arada fizik update'i yapmış oluruz. Bunda biraz uzun bir kablo lazım. Ama burada kısa var sadece. Artık idare edeceğiz. Biraz değişik bir antrenman olacak ama boş durmaktan iyidir değil mi? Az buçuk hissediyorum yine. Ekipman güzel yağlanmış. En azından o hoş. Biraz fazla soğuk ama yavaş yavaş içeriz. Fark ettim ki bu vlogda yine sırt antrenmanına denk geldi. Her zaman sırt çalışmıyorum yani. Yine bir tesadüf oldu. Maalesef müzik açamıyorum. Beni motive eden birkaç müzik parçası var. Genelde onları dinliyorum antrenmanda. Rock ağırlıklı. Onlar genelde benim için işe yarıyor en azından, bilmiyorum. Maalesef telif hakkı nedeniyle onu yapamıyorum şu an. Bu da tamamlandı. Evet, şimdiki reverse extension. Alt belimi biraz sakatladım. O yüzden back extension ve işte deadlift'ten uzak duruyorum. Deadlift'le sakatlamıştım zaten. Bilmiyorum. Yani güzel, deadlift güzel, bayağı faydalı bir hareket ama sakatlanırsanız hiç antrenman yapamazsınız. O yüzden ben şimdi de reverse extension'la hafiften tekrar güçlendirmeye çalışıyorum o bölgeyi incitmeden. Onu da bir küçük gösterebilirim. Bu arada çoraplarım hediye. O yüzden laf etmezseniz sevinirim. Evet, bu da böyleydi. Bunu da bitirmiş oldum. Çalıştırıyor. Yani çok ağır giremiyorsunuz ama zorlamamak lazım. Çünkü hala hafif bir ağrı oluyor çok zorladığımda. Özellikle o bölge, işte omurganın olduğu kısım en tehlikeli bölgelerden. Şimdi hammer curl ile devam ediyorum. Aslında birçoğu insan bir tane biceps hareketi de yeterli diyor. Ama sanırım benim için fazla yeterli gelmiyor. Günün devamında Lund'u biraz gezeceğim. Burada yaşayan bir arkadaşım var. Kendisi bayağı uluslararası bir insan. Seni Malmö'ye götüreyim dedi. Hem Malmö hem Lund. Dün hava çok kötüydü. Çok acayip fırtına vardı. O yüzden maalesef bir şey mümkün olmadı. Ama bugün umarım güzel şeyler bizi bekliyor olacak. Antrenman vlogunu kapatmadan önce bir küçük fizik update'ini yapmadan kapatmayayım dedim. En son fitness vlogunu çektiğimde Ocak'tı. Şu anda tam 14 Mart'ın ortasındayız ve sanırım yaklaşık 2 kilo kadar aldım. Buradaki tartı bozulduğu için şu anda tam güncel şeyi kontrol edemedim ama yavaş oluyor çünkü bulking yapmıyorum. Bu konuda aslında memnunum çünkü yıl boyunca lean kalmayı seven bir insanım. Biraz disiplin gerektiriyor tabii. Hani özellikle ne yediğinize çok sürekli dikkat etmek zorundasınız falan. Durumlar bunlar.
You can do Turkish as well if you want, but I mean I'll be speaking English.
It's so windy.
Yeah.
Actually, in previous video, I mentioned that I might be doing some English videos as well,
Okay.
just to see the reaction.
Oh, there you have it.
Yeah, so this one is a good opportunity.
Nice.
So we are in now Malmö with a friend, old friend from my bachelor's, Rafsan, and there's a good view now. Maybe I will show that first. This is Malmö Canal, right?
Yes, this is the Malmö Canal. It connects to the ocean, and also you'll see the Denmark Sweden bridge on the other side.
Can we see it from here?
I don't think you can see it from here, but where we're going, you'll see it.
Okay.
It's very windy.
Yeah, very windy. I hope the sound is good. So this is Malmö University.
Yeah, that is, this is the Malmö University, one of the faculties. So there are like multiple buildings. But I don't know
Scattered
which.
all over the state.
Yeah, but there aren't too many. I think there are like 4 or 5 faculties, so there are not too many. It's a smaller university.
Okay. And this building is?
This is the station. So this is where we dropped. Yeah.
I'm following you then.
All right. I guess we'll go there, cross the bridge, and go further down.
Is it possible to cross by walking?
Yeah, most places here are possible to cross by walking. It's very accessible.
Well, in Luleå it's not the case.
Yeah.
Especially in winter. I think in summer it's okay, but there are no sidewalks.
Yeah, up north it's like less accessible by foot because I think less people walk because of all the snow.
Yeah.
But here it's nicer.
I've heard that many Turks live in Malmö.
Oh yeah, there are I think 3 or 4 Turkish restaurants here.
So I think the majority of Turkish population in Sweden is in Malmö, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that correct?
I think so because someone was telling like around the 40s or 60s. I don't exactly remember the time, but a lot of Turks came here because there were like construction opportunities and things like that. And a lot of them stayed. So there's like a big Turkish community here in Malmö.
Okay. It's my first time in Malmö. Yours probably.
Yeah, I come here pretty often. Yeah.
So you like Malmö more than Lund?
Well, I mean, I actually like Copenhagen more than any of these two. But like Lund is more for students because it's like a student city.
Yeah.
Whereas Malmö is more for like adults and professionals, and you know, it's more of a like a bigger city vibe compared to Lund, because Lund is tiny. You've seen it, right?
Yeah. This is slightly bigger than Lund, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like a small part of it. You know, Malmö is pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the 4th biggest, right? Or
third biggest. Yeah. Like the station where we dropped, the Malmö Central, there are 2 other stations that this train goes, and both of them are in Malmö. So it's pretty big. I think this is
that's a good view.
That's a good view, right? So we cross the bridge, and then we'll try to go further towards the sea.
Okay.
You know? And the Malmö turning torso, the most famous attraction of Malmö, is there. Actually, you can see it from here. It's that building.
Turning torso.
Yeah, so it's a building that's kind of twisted, you know? So that's the attraction.
Is it now twisting?
No, it doesn't turn, but the architecture is like a very twisted architecture. And it's also the tallest building here in Malmö.
Yeah, I've heard that. Do they have also a TV channel?
Yeah. Maybe this is the TV channel.
Because I think I've seen something on TV.
Yeah, SVT, right? Yeah, it's not the newspaper, but the TV channel.
Are you sure that you're living in Lund for 3 years? Because, well, I met someone today, and she said that she's been living in Lund, I think, 1 year.
Okay.
She said it was enough for her to discover everywhere in 2-3 weeks. And she feels like she's native already.
But for me, I barely stay at home, you know. I'm usually like traveling, so most of the time I'm not there to explore.
Traveling in Sweden or?
Sweden and also outside. Like I was in UK last week.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So yeah.
Was
and
it
also,
fun?
yeah, UK was amazing, especially Scotland. That was a beautiful trip. Yeah, first I went to London, then I made trips to Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah.
I had some friends there. Some friends from university actually. In Oxford.
From our university?
Our university, yeah. Julius, I don't know if you know him, but he's in Oxford now.
No, I don't know him. I know Emre was in the UK.
Oh, that I don't know. I'm thinking of a different Emre. But the funny thing is, you know, like our university was like so tiny and like insignificant, right?
Yeah.
But most of the people I know, they went to like, they're scattered across the world in like many different universities or like workplaces, companies, and they're doing really well. A lot of them, most of them, are doing really well. It's nice to see, you know.
We were a different group. That year.
Yeah.
It was nice to know a lot of people from all over the world. I think that's maybe one of the reasons that everyone is now in everywhere.
Yeah, I think this is like a bank.
That was very descriptive.
I mean, no, it's the name is Landsförsäkringen. It's like an insurance thing for Sweden, but I don't know if it's like the government one or like any local one. It's probably the government one. And I thought maybe they have a bank, but no. It's probably insurance. It's not a bank. I will go this way. And actually I was lucky enough to have dinner there once, which is like very, very exclusive, you know, because the restaurant is not for, you cannot go to the restaurant as like normal people. You have to be connected to something or hold like some sort of a posh event or something like that. So I was actually lucky enough to go there because we held an event, and the view from up there is amazing.
You mean the Twisted building?
Yeah, the Twisted building.
Yeah, you can see everything, right?
You can see everything, and the service there was really nice. You can see the bridge, you can see up to Denmark.
You can see Copenhagen from there.
Yeah, you can. Actually, you can see the windmills and the big chimneys and things like that. But you have been to Copenhagen quite a lot, right? Or?
Not quite a lot, unfortunately. I was mainly in Aarhus.
Yeah.
But I think 3 times, maximum 4 times I've been there and couldn't have time to do vlogging or, I don't know, just go sightseeing.
Copenhagen is big. It has a lot of things going on.
Yeah, like you might need a week or something to finish good places.
Yeah, and if you like the nightlife, there are a lot of nice clubs. Copenhagen is also famous for its jazz scene.
I think my subscribers like nightclubs.
Okay. Then Copenhagen is great for that.
I will take my subscribers one day to there. I think I've been promising maybe several times, but you know, when you go to the nightclub, you cannot really record anything.
You cannot record. That's a problem.
It's not allowed.
Like they have a lot of shady nightclubs, you know. So they have this one that my friend told me about recently. It's a bunker.
Yeah.
And they have events there sometimes. And actually not a lot of people know about it. So you have to be connected to someone to go there, which I find really interesting. At least that's what she told me.
What do they do in there?
Parties,
Sketchy stuff, or
also, by the way, speaking of sketchy stuff, Copenhagen has a free town. It's called Christiania. Yeah. So a lot of sketchy stuff happens there.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they're smoking weed there.
Yeah.
But any more than that?
It depends. It goes. It's like a rabbit hole, you know. It just goes down and down.
Yeah, it has levels, I guess.
It has levels. But I like the place because from there you get like one of the most beautiful sunsets.
Yeah.
So it's really nice during the evening. A lot of people go there actually just for that.
It's such a shame that I've never been to Christiania. See this? So that's the Twisted building. I don't know if Twist is visible.
We'll get close to that.
Is this a parking space?
Yeah, this area is like open sea, this side, so it's more windy here. But if we stayed inside the city, then it would have been less.
I will try to clear the sound from wind. Sorry about that if it's too annoying. It is what it is. We don't have any other time, so.
That's all right. I mean, there's nothing extremely fancy about the buildings. It's just they're very expensive.
Is it because it's very central?
It's not too central, but it's like the turning torso is there, the sea is on the other side, you know? So it's actually a very nice location to be in.
Do you know the average rate around here?
Like a normal studio with 1 room can set you up like 4 million.
Okay.
Yeah,
4
million Swedish crowns.
Yeah.
So that's like 400,000 euros approximately. So, so it's pretty expensive.
What about rents?
Well, I'm not sure you can actually find places to rent here because most of these are like owned, like private properties.
10,000?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
More than that. Maybe 15 or
15,000
up, yeah.
Even like for studio apartments.
Studio, actually, I don't know. But if you get like a two room apartment, then it will definitely be over 15.
Well, amazing. I know Sweden is not a cheap place, but
usually you find apartments, like if you go a bit outside the center, you can find good apartments for like 6 to 8K. You can find pretty good apartments.
You just need to commute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the public transportation here is amazing, you know? So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so this is the torso.
Sun is going down. This is the main sightseeing of Malmö.
Oh, well, it's the most famous building here.
But it looks like a good city.
It is. It's also one of the cities with the most crime as well.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
why? Is it because of Turks?
Oh, no. I don't think so. The problem is there are a lot of immigrants here,
Yeah.
and the population is high, and there are gang activities that happen in certain areas. So there are a lot of shootings, a lot of killings, but it's usually not between like ordinary civilians. It's usually between gangs,
Yeah.
gang rivalry and things like that.
Well, that's sad to hear.
Yeah, but it's very rare that people will come and rob you or anything like that. It's very safe here.
So it's more violent than Stockholm.
I think so, yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't expect that.
Because Malmö, at least like the Rosengård, that's like the area. That area is considered like the most violent place in Scandinavia.
In the entire Scandinavia.
Yeah. At least it was a few years back. I don't know if they changed it or not, but it was like that. Also, there's an eye.
What is it for?
It's just an eye. It blinks sometimes.
It blinks sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's see. When you look at the building from here, it's like kind of making you dizzy.
Dizzy, yeah.
But that's interesting. I hope it blinks.
It's not blinking. Oh, there it is.
did.
There it is. Also, these places are pretty expensive.
Bars.
Yeah, actually, I think the bar is new. I haven't seen it last time.
That's not a bad view.
Yeah, these are the ones that are super expensive. But you know, the problem is sometimes it's so windy. They're not the best place to live, I would say.
It is incredibly windy right now.
And that's the bridge. You can actually see it. That's the Sweden to Denmark bridge. Part of it is underwater.
Like, how can a bridge be underwater?
So, I mean, not the bridge itself, but like half of it is the bridge and the rest of the half is underwater. So it goes like this. And you see like Denmark starts over there. So from that edge till there, it's underwater.
Oh, the water comes here sometimes.
It's usually not the case, but I think today it's a bit stormy. So the water is pretty high.
I don't know if Denmark is visible, but it's over there.
If you're hungry, we can start looking for the restaurant.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay.
A bit hungry. Are you?
Yeah, I can eat. They actually have a buffet, but I don't know if it's like really good. It's a Turkish restaurant, so we'll try to find out if it's up to your standards, you know?
As long as it's healthy,
I hope so.
it will be in my standards.
And also, usually they have a lot of vegetarian options here, which is nice.
You're not vegetarian though, right?
No, no. It's just 3 stops.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. We took the wrong bus. It's alright. Oh, we can just go to the central and from there we can take any bus.
Rafsan is taking me to a Turkish restaurant right now.
Hopefully it will be of quality. Actually, there's a city close by. It's not Malmö, but it's like an hour away from here. And there I actually found trileçe, you know?
Wow.
They have like a proper Turkish bakery where they have like different sweets like baklava, künefe and trileçe.
So now the place we're going, do they have kebab or?
Put like dolma and like kebab as well probably. I'm sure they will also have like the, what do you call it? The lentil soup? The
Mercimek çorbası.
mercimek çorba, yes.
You remember?
Yeah, so they will probably have it. Did it ever happen to you when you were in Luleå, when it was like minus 20 or something, and your phone became so cold it just turned off?
It didn't turn off, but I got an error message that like the battery is so cold.
Yeah.
Please keep the phone in room temperature.
Ah, well that's good. For me it happened quite a few times when I went up north. It just turned off, like battery low, turned off completely.
Yeah, but the battery consumes so fast when it's too cold.
Yeah.
So you need to keep it warmer. So usually, like, I don't know, I have like one full day battery. Like it doesn't finish in the end of the day. But if I stay in the cold too much, then it's like not even a day.
Yeah.
In the evening.
So you always have
like
to carry your power bank as well, you know?
Yeah, but I actually never needed it because you cannot stay outside that much anyway. It's like too cold for you as well.
It gets really cold up north.
Yeah. The drivers don't open the doors, right? You have to press this.
Yeah. In Malmö, yes. In Lund, they open it.
Malmö is busy.
Malmö is like a big city.
Yeah.
It has a big city vibes.
People would say Sultan, or I would say Sultan.
Sultan.
Sultan'ın yeri. So,
Hello.
hi. Is this mercimek çorbası?
Might be different though.
Tarhana maybe, I don't know.
Tarhana maybe.
Yeah. So a lot of salad.
I took everything.
It looks good. I think this is mercimek çorbası.
Mercimek?
Yeah, lentil soup. Actually, your pronunciation is quite good. It's a shame that you forgot. It's not a shame, but it's a pity.
It's a pity, yeah. But I do understand some basic Turkish.
When it comes to food, you can
When it
manage.
comes to
Or when it comes to speaking to girls, or
it's an important skill.
it requires more than knowing a language. Actually, it's an art.
You know, it's interesting, like how Turks or mostly everyone, they have their soup first and then have the food later. But you know, in Bangladesh, it's more like you have the soup with the food. Sometimes when you have rice, you pour the soup on top of the rice and then you eat it like that.
So it's like sauce.
It's like sauce, yeah. Yeah.
I think Indians do that too. They dip something in the
Yeah,
soup.
I mean,
I don't know if
Indian
it's,
food and our food is like very, very close. Almost the same, some minor differences.
but it tastes good.
Yeah, the beef is really good.
I'm glad that we came here. Is it always different or is almost the same?
Last time, I only came here once before. It was pretty similar.
I don't know if camera captures the music. All Turkish music. There was Tarkan first when we first came in. I
don't know
remember
any
Tarkan's
of them.
songs. Tarkan is one of the most, if not the most popular.
I know one, I think. Deep rice. You wanted healthy food, right? I think this is the healthiest you can get.
I think so.
They also have a few African places here, I think.
African food.
Yeah. Have you tried African food?
I tried one with chicken heart.
Was it good?
It's fine. It was just a bit heavy to eat it just like that.
But
I think
chicken
they
hearts are like tiny.
Yeah, I tried one. It left an aftertaste, which was like blood.
I think African food, at least the ones I had, they have a very raw flavor. It's not cooked, but for some reason it has that earthy, raw flavor, I would say, from the meat.
Do you like that feeling?
Not particularly, but sometimes it's nice.
It's not that common to find African food around.
It's not too common.
But they have one here in Malmö.
In Malmö, I think there are a few. They have very famous Kenyan jollof rice, like spicy rice. And it's actually really tasty.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice, yeah.
Okay.
You should try it sometimes. They have tea, like Turkish chai. You can try as many as you want.
I'm content with the place.
Yeah, me too. Good collection of food. Tasty, healthy. I miss chikofta actually.
Really?
Yeah.
The proper one or without meat?
No, without meat. Because the meat one is actually not really sanitary, you know? It's practically raw meat you're eating.
It cooks by itself
No.
with the spice.
That's not science. That's Turkish science.
It's the same with sushi actually. You can
No,
get
sushi, because I worked in a sushi restaurant many years ago, so there's a process of making it. So first they freeze the sushi under minus 4 degrees. So it's the parasites that exist in fish, they die out. And I think they freeze it for 72 hours. And then they cut it properly.
But it's the cheap sushi restaurants that do that. Good sushi restaurants, I think they don't freeze it, they just take the fresh. I asked a Japanese friend in
But it's long.
Denmark, and he said that, yeah, it is possible, and it's usually possible with the, fancy sushi restaurants because they don't freeze it, they just get the fish and then immediately process it.
For example, in Sweden, it's law that you have to freeze the fish first.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I know a friend who got parasites
You got it?
from sushi. He says never again.
I know in Japan it's pretty common, at least in some like cheap sushi.
You get parasites.
Yeah, you can get it. I mean, the Japanese are obsessed with having the freshest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
Like they want to catch the fish and then cut it and then just eat it, right? That's actually not healthy.
And my Japanese friend told me it is possible, and usually the fancy restaurants, they don't freeze the fish, so it is more likely that you get from those kind of restaurants, not that,
Not the cheap ones.
not the cheap ones that because they store it frozen, and it's easier to store it like that.
Sushi is amazing. You might not like it in the beginning. You start liking it. It's like beer. You might not like it in the beginning, but you get used to it. Let me refill my plate. If you ever go to Skellefteå, they have the most famous Skellefteå meal, Karl's Krove or something. So what they do is like they put like an entire hamburger and chips inside like a bread, and then they bake it. So that's the Skellefteå food.
Hamburger
Actual full hamburger.
inside a bread.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the weirdest thing that there is. So if you go to Skellefteå, try it out.
It doesn't sound something I can eat, but we can check it out. I had a friend who was putting chips in bread, like ruffles, and then eating it like that. That was one of the other weirdest things I've seen. It doesn't sound so strange to you, I guess.
In Oman, it's like a famous thing.
This one?
Or a very common thing. They put, they take a bread like this, put some mayo in it, or ketchup, or whatever. Put some chips, make a sandwich, eat it.
Like Lay's or...
Yeah, Lay's, Ruffles.
That's interesting.
So your friend isn't wrong.
In Lebanon?
Omani. Oman.
No, he's Turkish.
Oh yeah, but maybe he's Omani in heart,
Maybe. He might watch me actually, so he will know himself. I didn't expect to see a mosque here.
Yeah, no.
Who is this guy?
I thought it was Ataturk, but no, it's not.
Doesn't look like Atatürk at all.
Yeah.
Atatürk is more handsome.
Only a few mosques in Sweden, and this is one of them, like proper mosque.
Is it active? Like, do they pray?
Yeah.
Can we
They
go,
do.
like, see the...
You can probably go. I think it's closed.
It's like a museum, man.
Wait, what is this? But this doesn't look like a mosque.
No. Are you sure it's a mosque?
I thought so.
I think the mosque people wouldn't accept these kind of pictures.
Yeah. Now I am doubting myself.
Yeah.
There's also a restaurant outside. Ah.
I mean,
But no, it is a mosque.
it looks like the...
Oh, it's the one behind, I think.
Ah, maybe it's behind.
It's the one behind.
So is this a nightclub behind the mosque?
You never know.
I've seen some LGBT flags in churches, but I think mosques are still not ready for it.
Also, I think it's getting, at least to some extent, to some point of acceptance, Yeah, see, it is a mosque. It is a proper mosque. And there's like a mini golf place here.
Lund utangaçlığını atıyor üzerinden sonunda. Gençler, trenim iptal oldu. Eğer uçuşumu kaçırırsam Kopenhag'da kaldım demektir. Bu arada burası İsveç Danimarka arasındaki o meşhur köprü. Hani o diğer yarısı suyun altında olan. Evet, gördüğünüz gibi yine kuzeye geldim. Kuzey yine geçit vermiyordu.